On the morning of September 25th, 1978, this dark plume of smoke was seen for miles in San Diego.
With incidents like this, some things that are just forever burned into our memory bank like a hot branding iron.
40 years later to the day, people gather to recall the not-so-distant memory.
I still see and smell the cataclysm that was here. The smoldering ruins, plane wreckage, a strange aroma of so many things burning together that should not have been, the sights that defied descriptions.
Pacific Southwest Airways Flight 182 from Sacramento to San Diego via Los Angeles carried 135 passengers. The crew was preparing to land at San Diego's Lindbergh Field when it collided midair with a Cessna carrying 2 passengers.
I was loading a cargo onto the cart, and I don't know why, but I looked up in the sky and I saw it right after it was hit by the Cessna. I saw this plane on fire, and at the time I didn't think it was ours because the fire was on the wing, and it didn't dawn on me that's where the fuel is, but the engines were in the back, 3 engines, and that's what I was looking for. And I didn't think it was ours for just a split second, and then I remembered the fuel is in the wing.
It kind of got me going.
San Diego historian Alexander Bevel has wrote extensively about this deadly crash. He says 37 of the PSA passengers were PSA employees, colleagues of Scott Hitchcock.
And just the fact that I touched these people and talked to these people and reached out, and they were my colleagues, just exasperated the whole thing for me.
There were no survivors from either aircraft, and 7 people were killed on the ground.
There was a loud boom, and something hit the roof, which ended up being part of the Cessna. We all ran outside and continued to see the plane, the 182, going down towards my neighborhood.
Lisa Mason remembers what she saw after leaving her middle school and reaching her North Park neighborhood.
It was chaos, smoke, just madness. It was terrifying to see everything. A lot of people laying on the ground.
Flight 182 crashed nose first near Dwight and Now Streets. People there that morning describe a surreal movie-like scene.
Flames were still engulfing the entire area, but a young woman came up to me and she was crying hysterically, and I asked her if she'd been injured. She said no, but I was talking to my mom on the phone and the phone went dead. I said, well, where does your mom live? And at that time we both looked across the street and the house was totally gone.
The memorial service concluded with the readings of each of the names of the 144 people who lost their lives.
Ronald Henry Berkeley, Manhattan Beach.
Several people here knew and loved these people.
Arnold Lee Califf, Poway.
And are actively pushing for a physical memorial to be permanently placed at this site.
Joseph Reed Canavan, Andover, Massachusetts.
That is forever etched in their memories.
Hood Cheney, Dallas, Texas.